260.
It's still cold.
6475.
It's a brisk 40-degree Saturday morning, and this group of 15 and 16-year-old boys is about to gear up for an 80-mile bike ride from Chapel Hill to Goldsboro. They'll camp the night before heading on to another long ride to Oak Island tomorrow. It's just routine training leading up to a 3,900-mile self-supported cycling trip across America that's been a rite of passage for other members of Scout Troop 845 before them.
So in this troop, the bike trip has always been the biggest and best thing that we've ever done, and the scouts before us do it, and they say so many great things about it. It's always the goals of the next generation of scouts to come in and do what they did.
On June 15th, the Scouts will begin their trip at Florence, Oregon. They'll work their way back to North Carolina over a period of several weeks. They'll see and experience mountain passes in the Cascades, the Rockies, and the Appalachians. They'll stop in Yellowstone, Royal Gorge, and other legendary sites. They'll carry their tents and equipment with them on their bikes. Parents and friends will team up to keep 1 or 2 adult chaperones with them at all times, enough for safety, but not too many to ruin a good teenage experience.
I really see it as a coming-of-age experience for these young men. It's something that since they were 5th graders have been dreaming about doing, and now they're going to be juniors in high school.
As a mom, I'm going to be the one waiting for the text and the photos and the messages every day, but I think that they're prepared.
And we hope that a lot of other friends and people in the community who might know about the trip will also be interested, because they will be hosting events from the road, and we're hoping that that will give the community that's aware of this event for the boys a chance to participate with them in a small way.
One family closely following the progress of this journey is that of Nicholas and Lucy Steiner of Chapel Hill, along with their daughters Elsa and Annabelle. Just 2 summers ago, a third daughter, Sophie, died of cancer. She would have been a schoolmate at East Chapel Hill High School, where these scouts are enrolled. Troop 845 is now riding in memory of Sophie and raising money for the foundation that grew from Sophie's desire to help other teenagers dealing with cancer.
So when Sophie was diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of her 9th grade year, she got great care at UNC. But one thing that she realized that was missing for a lot of adolescents her age was the kind of support that would help them maintain a sense of identity and independence and dignity, which is something that's really important for that age group.
Things like her dance teacher came to the hospital to dance with her, and what else, Annabelle?
The UNC field hockey team came for her birthday to surprise her.
So lots of things that helped Sophie stay who she was when she was in the hospital. That's the kind of thing that we want to make sure that all kids have that opportunity in this age group.
Sophie's charitable organization is called Be Loud Sophie Foundation. It's named for a poem Sophie wrote that read in part, "Be loud, move with grace, explode with light, have no fear." That was a mission of hers, if not always her actual path.
Sophie was, I don't want to call her a bit wimpy, but she was quick to complain when things got a little bit hard on a hike or things were a bit cold. What was so remarkable about her when she got sick, she took it. She was unbelievably brave for those 10 months. She just took it.
Yeah.
And so I think doing something hard like with this bike ride is I don't know, somehow representative. These boys are just going to do it. They'll be hard, but they're just going to do it. And that's another nice connection to all this, I think.
And making sure that every day has some special adventurous part to the big adventure.
Talk about some of the things you want to see or do.
Get up the mountain. Yeah.
Hoosier Pass.
Yeah, Hoosier Pass is, what is it, like 11,000 feet
Huge.
at the top?
People always talk about driving across the country, how it's a great way to see the place that you live in. But I think biking is a much better way.
I think one of the greatest things about what we're doing is the fact that you really don't have to do much but bike. It's the freedom of, you have to bike 65, 70 miles a day and then you're done.
at least until the next day, and the next, and the next. Troop 845's excellent adventure will take 10 weeks to complete, a monumental effort worthy of a dedicated crew and the legacy of a special girl.